Hi, lovelies. Welcome to your love and career reading. This is timeless. We do this every week, but whenever you stumble up on this reading, it's for you. And if you guys haven't noticed, we got a little visitor today. This is my new little guy. His name is Salem, and he is a red monster bearded dragon. Yeah, he's a little scared, you guys. So I don't know if he's going to stay for the whole reading. But I just had to show him off a little bit because he's just so friggin' adorable. Aw, if you think he's a cutie, comment in the chat box there and let me know what you think. Look, he's so small, he fits in my hand. The other day I was taking pictures of his little hand on my nail. Let's see if we can get him to do it. Oh, he's getting freaked out. His little hand is the size of my pointer finger nail. Oh, well, come on. Where are you going to go? We're going to do a tarot reading for these people. Can you say hi? Hi, Salem says hi, everybody. All right, you guys, please let me know where you're from. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, and sharing to show a little support and love. And of course, make sure you're commenting your zodiac sign so that we can or you can take advantage of maybe getting the bonus reading that's going to be tallied up after next week's reading. And I want to say Taurus is winning, you guys. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put Salem back. He's a little freaked out, as you can see. And we don't want to scare the little guy more than we have to. It's okay, Salem. Oh. All right, maybe you guys are gathering in. I'll be back in a second and we'll get this reading started. It's all right, Salem. All right, I am back. Getting myself comfortable. You guys, we got to have a little talk. I've been dealing with some health issues that are affecting my legs and different things like that. And that's a lot of the reasons that I've been delaying these readings that are supposed to be on Saturday. So I feel like it'd be easier for me to do on Sundays. I think I'm going to go ahead and move these weekly timeless readings for you to tune into. It'll be Sunday, 6 p.m. every week, you guys. All right. And if I miss them, it's because of health issues. You guys are going to have to be patient with me. I'm doing my best here. And I think we've been doing great. What do you guys think? I've been pretty consistent now for a couple months. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right. Oh, awesome, you guys. I did a whole blog over on my website. It's called How Witches Celebrate Thanksgiving. And I think you guys are going to find it really insightful. You may, even if you don't, consider yourself a witch or you don't use witchcraft or any of those things, I feel like there's some really good tips in there on law of attraction. So make sure you're going over and checking that out. And we're going to get right into it. We're going right into Aries. And I got a timestamp, you guys. I almost forgot. All right, let me see what's going on here. 3:50. I believe. Yeah. All right. Hi, Aries and Cross Watchers. Thank you for being here today. I am shuffling these babies. What is everybody into? Don't be scared to comment. Is everybody looking forward to Thanksgiving? What's some of your favorite meals? All right, Aries. What do we see for Aries around love? I was going to start it with career, but I feel compelled to go to love, so we'll start right there, Aries. Aries for love. Oh, we were throwing cards. My goodness. 1 second. Salem was looking at me all wild, you guys, from the cage. He's like, what were you doing with me? He was pretty freaked out by the bright light, you guys. I have it at an angle, so not as bad as usual. but I don't think he was a fan. All right, Aries for love. What do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Well, I was hoping you guys would see these a little bit better, but I guess not. We'll work on it. It's okay. I'm going to hold them up for you here in just a second. Somebody from the past is going to be coming forward. And this might not even be somebody from the past. It might be, fairly recent. Okay. And they're going to bring some understandings around the way they've been behaving, how they really feel. And it's almost like something is rebirthing. Okay. So if you were talking to somebody and some distance came in, I would say that's a situation. I feel like there might be a work matter, some financial matters that's weighing on this person, that's kind of keeping them in limbo and, not being able to bring yourself completely forward, or was, at least in the moment. Okay. I feel like this person's getting a lot better. So if there's concern that, somebody's, overloaded with work, if they're going to have plenty of time with you, or if they've just detached completely, I feel like it's going to clear away. They're going to bring some understanding to you about what's been going on. And this is what I'm seeing. I got the sorrow card in reverse, and then I got the maturity card. So the time that they're putting in is needed right now, and it's going to put them in a positive direction. They're going to be in a better situation to where they're not have to put in all this time and energy, and we'll be able to focus more on the connection. See, the guys are kind of confirming what I'm saying here, going with the flow. All right. So, wow. And this person's a lovely person, right? Very friendly, very sweet, very loving. And I feel like you guys are friends too. It's not just a lover's energy. There isn't just passion there. There's a connection there. It's like dating your bestie, if you will. And, maybe you've even started to build some trust for this person. So this was a kind of a surprise for you when they started to back up a little bit. And it's going to feel good when they, really address the matter completely. And you're going to start to realize that you were right to open up, to trust this person, that, everything just doesn't go the way we plan all the time, right? So I wouldn't take their detachment as trying to ghost you or get away from you. I feel like if you've had some good communications with somebody, you're starting to create a bond, and this distance has come to the surface. This reading resonates that this person's going to come back, and there's definitely potential here. All right. Wow, Aries. I like seeing that for you. We're going to lay one more time. See if there's anything that comes up for anybody that does not resonate with. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. For some of you, you're kind of going through a dead period. Nobody's really communicating with you. And I don't think this has anything to do with if you're attractive, if people like you or anything like that. Maybe you've backed up a little bit, maybe you've been working a lot. But what I'm seeing is a shift in energy. I'm seeing you start to put yourself out more. I'm seeing you start to feel more adventurous, more excited about life. And that's when it brings in a new passionate possibilities. So I feel like more than one person is going to be coming your way. And you guys, we're picking up on these weekly readings. So I feel like this is short time to come. Somebody's going to be coming forward with to you, excited about you, excited about being a part of your life, and maybe even wanting to get involved in this adventurous spirit that you have going on. Maybe you guys will plan an outing of some sort. Yeah, for a lot of you, you've been really exhausted and you've kind of isolated yourself. And it wasn't a bad thing. It was just what was needing it in time, right? To kind of try to balance your energy, to try to harmonize. Now work matters seem to be better for you. You're feeling more at ease. You're coming out of the house more. And you're just putting yourself out more. And this excitement you're building for life and this adventurous spirit is what's calling people in. You letting go of this. Look at all that. The chimneys, the overthinking, the worrisome thoughts, maybe even anger, resentment towards who knows who. But you're just blowing smoke in all kinds of different directions. And now we got it in the reverse form. That you're grounded. You're letting that go. You're being more peaceful around this, more excited about going out and enjoying your life. And maybe you felt a little bit, guilty about some things that happened. Maybe, in a past connection, you didn't feel like you brought the right energy to the table and you did something. But, everything is just a stepping stone. Everything's a learning lesson. And it could have been somebody doing you wrong. But I wouldn't take it as an example of who anybody is, including yourself. I would take it, the learning lesson, leave the rest behind, right? When I feel like you make moves that doesn't, align with who you are, your belief system, and what you're wanting to bring to the table, that we just have to learn from it, make sure it doesn't happen again. And, that's what's going to help release that guilt. Or, if it was somebody else, maybe you could even write them a letter. Maybe you have some things weighing on you that they should feel guilty about, and they never cleared the air, And you guys know I'm very big on, excuse me, I'm very big on writing stuff down, releasing it, letting it go, and not entertaining things that are going to hold us back from our greatness. All right. Wow. Let's shuffle these babies. We're going to get right into career for Aries. Guys, what do we see? Oh, I'm dropping cards. Who's traveling? Or somebody had to cancel a traveling trip? Oh, I hope it's not true, Aries. I hope Mercury retrograde isn't hitting like that. But for some people, it possibly could be. There's always travel issues kind of in the air at these times. And I feel whatever's happening, if there's a blockage in travel, it'll happen soon to come. It's just a delay. It's not that it's actually not happening. Okay. And then we got the outsiders card. So maybe he has some blockages around money in the last, week or couple of weeks or whatever it may be. This week's when you find your breakthrough. And it's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen. It's going to be like, oh, well, I would have never stumbled up on this or realized if this didn't happen, and if that didn't happen. So some things are going to happen that it's just going to be a weird way that you're going to figure it out. And it's going to be very evident is that the guys are trying to get the message to you somehow, right? Your higher powers, your ancestors, all of them working together like, hey, let's get the message to them of what direction they need to go. All right. And, one thing we need to do is be sitting back, making sure we're balanced, if you're getting this reading while I'm giving it, we're in the midst of a Mercury retrograde. So we just really need to think out what we're saying, what we're doing, just a little bit more than usual, right? Make sure we're crossing all our T's and dotting our I's. And, everything is an extension of our energy. So the more you're feeling calm, the more you're feeling secure, peaceful. And I keep getting this innocent card for you. So I don't know what's these guilty feelings that's weighing on you, Aries, but that keeps coming up for you today, right? And if you're holding on to some kind of guilt, the guys are saying it's not your guilt to carry. You came from a spot of innocence. You weren't meaning to hurt anybody, whatever it is. It's time to let it go, because it could even be a barrier on your finances as well. Okay. And as you get into a more place of peace, and understand I am a good person, I can make good choices, whatever it may be that you were kind of, feeling, guilty about is leaving. And when it does, beyond your illusion, the amount of money that you're going to be having come your way and blessings. So that's very, very exciting. Wow. And you're being guided. Look at that. You are being guided. So I feel like soon to come, you're making this shift in energy. Don't fight it, Aries. Go with it. You are a good person. You know this deep within. Update that subconscious mind and get in alignment with what you really deserve, because you're getting messages everywhere. And all these things are going to come in the most bizarre, unusual of ways that are going to influence you. And you're going to be like, oh, Miss G told me all about this. Like, I'm going to hear this in a song, and then I'm going to listen to the song that's going to make me do this. And then this is going to pop up, and I'm going to be like, oh, okay, this is the direction. This is the answer, right? And then you're going to start being like, oh, okay, I'm being guided here. This is what I'm meant to do. And the more peaceful you come, more in alignment and harmonized you are, the more that guidance will come so pristine and clear to you. All right. If you like it, Aries, if it resonates with you, right, claim it. Let me know. And we're going to go ahead and move forward to Taurus. Hi, Taurus and cross watchers. Where's everybody at in the world today? Everybody looking forward to Thanksgiving. Like I said earlier, tell me what your favorite dishes are. I'm not going to get to eat much this Thanksgiving, so I'm moving through you guys, okay? Yeah, I have to be on this like low histamine diet. It's not too bad. At least I'm eating healthy. I'm here today, but yeah, eat some extra mashed potatoes for me if you can. All right, so we're going to go straight into love for Taurus. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers right now for Taurus. Oh. Oh, man. More than anything, you want a happy home. You want a family home, whatever that may mean for you. Maybe it's just dogs. Maybe it's, bringing families together. Maybe it's bringing friends together and just having people to celebrate Valentine's Day. Where the heck did that come from? Thanksgiving with. But there's some kind of devastation because you don't feel like you've mastered this. You haven't felt like you have gotten there yet. And, I feel like you were doing really good too. And something triggered this, right? Something brought on this feeling of loss, maybe even a feeling of like, am I not good enough? Is that why nobody's coming forward to me? And I don't believe that to be the case at all. I'm seeing that you've grown a lot. Like you've put a lot of work in yourself. You're not playing games when it comes to your stability, your success, and building a life of your dreams. And that right there makes you worthy. That determination to grow, excel, and have a good life is amazing. And I don't feel like you've always been there, right? Something happened that brought this huge life lesson in for you, and you transformed from it. You've came a long way. And the guys want you to really acknowledge that. Not because, somebody hasn't came forward yet, matching of energy to where you to build this home with. You have built so much that somebody would be happy to be part of. All right. I feel like it's going to happen any moment for you. I feel like maybe why it hasn't happened already, if that's the case, it's because you're kind of carrying this little chip on your shoulder that we're seeing here. And I think you thought you let it go and you were doing really good, but our subconscious is like an ornery, obnoxious kid. And it'll surprise us so much about what it holds on to. And when these triggers hit and your emotions come forward, that lets you know what you've actually suppressed and you really haven't worked through. And that's not a knock, Taurus. Like I said, you have grown. You've came a long way. But here's your next step, right? I mean, it's part of this life is we have to keep growing and excelling and going to the next step. But here's the outcome for you. All right? Here's you getting your queen or your king, flowering you with attention, flowering you with love. And we got the Pentacle card. To me, that's a serious connection. All right. That's you finding a person that's matching of your energy, that's trustworthy, that wants to grow with you. So you came a long way, Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Think about all the success. Think about all the accomplishments and just really enjoy those feelings because I think that you are on the right road and you're going to be having love before you even know it. All right. I love that for you, Taurus. Of course, if you need a more detailed reading, you can reach out to me via key. My link will be in the description, you guys. I've been on Keen for 12 years now. I am absolutely loving it and hoping to stay for a long time. All right. So we're going to go right into finances. Finances for Taurus. What do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. You're a great manifester. What you think, you feel, you believe recreates. Look, your projections. You have built a great life for yourself, so you can take some time out, celebrate. Matter of fact, I suggest it instead as a guide that this is your time to sit back a little bit, detach from holding on to every dime because we're there now. We don't need to do that. And go celebrate your success. Okay. For one, that tells the guides, excuse me, the guides that you want more time and not worrying about money, feeling stable, secure, sitting back with no worrisome thoughts, just enjoying life with the people that you love. All right. Your friends, your family, maybe that lover we saw around the corner. And that's what you want in your life. Right. So when we detach a little bit, that's the message we give the guides. And this is your time to do so. Not only because you can afford to do so, you're abundant enough, but you're smart enough to know that your projections, your feelings are going to grow, over and over again. You're going to see this just growing in your life, right? And the last thing you want to do is start making something flourish that you really don't want. So refocusing, realigning, taking that time out. You would deserve it, Taurus. And, let the universe know how it is you really want to feel by feeling it. All right, Gemini. Thank you for being here. You guys, my link is going to be down in the description. I am Miss Geneva Tarot. I give tarot readings on love and finances. Just like I do here with you guys. And goodness sakes, I'm a mess. I am a mess. Hold on, you guys. Disorganized I am. All right. So we're going to move forward to finances. Finances for Gemini. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. You are yet to see your success. There's something about traveling, going out of your normal area soon to come. Maybe this is an idea you've been thinking about, you're unsure to do, and the guys are saying, have courage, have faith. This can at least bring in more opportunities than what you're expecting. Gemini, no love affairs at work, okay? No. Okay, so I get negative event, I get something about a love triangle, and then I get a card of almost manipulation. Now, this is not saying that this person is, most definitely manipulating you in some way, but maybe, you're getting pulled into the fun of things, or you're thinking about doing so, and you're not really seeing what's going to be the outcome if you make these decisions, and it's going to be a negative event. Keep it out of the workplace, Gemini. I feel like, oh yeah, look at this. Next card, playful energy, lover's energy, passion raising. Oh, Gemini, you're in trouble. Isolation reverse. So this is somebody you're in close contact with. I would assume this is, you are aware of who I'm talking about, more than likely. It's easy, right? It feels good. It feels right. You're just doing, it's exciting, and this interaction with this person seems to be pretty consistent. I got slowed down in card in reverse. You're working a lot. You're not maybe having a lot of, socialization with other places. And I think you've said something to this person, or somehow some feelings have been revealed. Some passion has been revealed. There might even be some kind of partners for one or both of you, and the outcome of this is going to be conflicting. But yeah, while you are juggling yourself, juggling this and juggling another connection, juggling yourself, this is going to cause mental chaos. All right. Are we going to get caught? What is going to happen? And we've already seen the outcome as a negative event. Now, you guys, I'm not going to tell anybody for getting some booty. Okay. But let's make sure we're not pooping where we sleep. All right. Let's put it that way. Yeah, because I feel like you could make a huge mess of things just because, it feels exciting, and it'd just be a moment in time. And then you would have to deal with all this exhaustion and things of the result. And that would be the worrisome thoughts of what's going to happen here with your career. All right. I don't know if I laid on love for Gemini. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Does anybody know? Can somebody comment and let me know if I laid on love for Gemini? Oh, all right. Let's just lay a couple cards at the very least. So I know I got a love reading in for Gemini. All right. I'm going to have to start checking it off on this paper. I get too flighty to keep up with it, you guys. All right. Couple cards for love for Gemini. What do we see? Whoa. Healing with a past life connection. Passionate experience. Wow, Gemini. I hope this is not that work person. Oh, man. Yeah, Gemini, you need to watch yourself. Okay. I feel like this might mentally weigh on you more than it might actually affect your career in the long run, but you won't know. And it's just going to be a thought base all the time. And you might even get people kind of talking at work, doing whatever. And the guys are saying, keep it innocent with who you know you need to. All right. You don't want to do this for a moment of fun. Okay. Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a past life connection coming in that can bring healing. But let's not be foolish. Okay. So for you to heal over this past life connection, I'm feeling is you have to disconnect from this. You have to, not let yourself get pulled into this. Me and a client was talking about this. One of my clients on Keen about how these soulmate connections can just be straight wild and, really throw you through some stressful, heartbreaking events. And it's all about us learning to grow and excel. It's not that they really want to hurt us per se, but that is their whole purpose of coming in this life and meeting up with us. Or they have other purposes in life, but that was their purpose of you two coming together, right? And when you say no to this, when you're like, no, I can't get involved in this. I'm not going to be the fool. I'm sorry. You're awesome. You're amazing. This feels really good, whatever it may be. But, I'm going to hit the brakes. I'm going to make the mature thing here. You're healing from this connection. You're moving to the next level. You're excelling things because I feel like this is a huge test for you from the universe. So this person's hot. Let's put it that way, Gemini. They're hitting all the boxes. They're making all the right moves and you're getting pulled in. And you're not going to realize the consequences till it's too late if you let this happen. All right. Wow, Gemini. Got a Temperance coming in, trying to seduce you. Can't believe it. All right. We're going to move forward to Cancer. Oh, and of course I got that wrong. It's 209. Huh. I'm blind, you guys. I might get glasses one of these days. Either that or you're just going to see me squinting every week. Trying to figure out my time stance. Who else can't see? Anybody else blind here? All right. So we're going to go right into love for Cancer. Guys, give me some direct answers right now around love. Love for Cancer. Oh, you are not compromising. You know what you want. You want somebody that can fit into your life naturally. And you've kind of gave up, and I don't mean it that way. Like, you're just not looking, right? You're not trying to put yourself out there. You're not trying to do all the things. It's almost like I have peace with it. If love comes my way, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome. I'm content. I'm good with me. I've gotten in this ordinary flow. I got my career, my family, my friends. So, you're feeling good about life. You feel supported. You feel loved in your life, and you're not willing to compromise the harmony and, where you're at now for just anybody, right? That's a good energy to have. So they have to be at your standards. They have to have enough to bring to the table. And, you feel good enough to say so. So you're not playing any games when it comes to love. You're not willing to compromise for less than what you want. I like this. I feel like we do attract our true love. Somebody that's worthy of our attention when we kind of detach from the idea and we just work on living our best life. I tell people all the time, my clients, they come to me and they say, well, I did this, I did that, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and nothing's happening, and da 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 da. And it's, no fault of theirs. So don't take me wrong. But when we start throwing out that energy, what happens, you guys? We gotta think about law of attraction. It's just gonna keep multiplying, building up. We got to release it. We got to put our desires out there that we have trust and faith. The good feelings our desires give us. Hand it over to the universe and let this go. Yeah, if we're fretting about it, if we're freaking out about it, it's a whole lot of energy going in the direction of keeping this going and you feeling that way. All right. So it's just realigning your energy, your thought bases. And it's hard. It's our human instinct, but this is what we're here for, is to learn how to, get into alignment with that. And that's what you're doing here. That's 100% what you're doing for it. Not everybody's worth your time and energy. Not that you're better, but a lot of people are not on your level. I'm seeing you meet somebody at a celebration. How about that? Yeah, and this person is going to be full force, and not in a bad way. They're just not going to be willy-nilly. They're not going to be up and down in energy, or breadcrumbing you or things of that nature. And you might have met this person before, maybe at a distance, your acquaintances, maybe at a celebration, maybe it's a family member of a family member of a family member. I don't know. There's some kind of association that where you might have crossed paths with this person for, but I don't feel like there's been too much connection. And there's something about a celebration, you guys. Either you're meeting at one, you date at one, but this person's pursuing you. And it felt like, when I said the celebration at first, I thought maybe it was coming up this week. Maybe for some of you are. And the more I started to feel the energy, it's almost like they're using this as a way to tell you who this person is. That you met this person at a celebration, or they were at the celebration. And you might not have a lot of close association with this person. Okay. But they were there. Of this person, and this person knows of you. And this person makes money too, let me tell you. That might be a sign. Like, this is person that is a go-getter. They're looked up for their career and how knowledgeable they are and how successful they are. And they are on an uprise of their career. All right. And they're going to pursue you. So that alone is going to make you feel good, Cancer. But this is the ending result here is a Lover's card. Okay. And I get a lot of clients who are like, oh, the Lover's card. I'm looking for a little bit more than a lover. All right. So understand this card is just the card of love. It's not saying that you're not going to have deeper attachments. Okay. I mean, we can figure that out with other cards and put in play, right? If you guys are trying to learn how to read cards, but it is, of love. It's coming together with somebody of just pure passion, love, and excitement for one another. So I really love this. And this King of Pentacles not only shows you, that this person embraces other qualities, but it also shows them very trustworthy, very loving, and they're wise. They I don't want to say they've been around like they slept with a lot of people or anything in the lines of that, but they've had experience to where they know how to handle the connection. They know that it's important to have open communication and to devote yourself. They know what they're doing here. All right. That's the good news, is you're not, attracting some immature child or, an emotionally detached person. You having somebody that's coming forward that is worth your energy and time, that's matching of your amazing energy and, wants to build with you. I'm loving it, Cancer. If you know who I'm talking about, let me know. Comment. At least claim it. That was a good reading for you singles. All right. So I'm going to move forward to career for Cancer. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers around career for Cancer. Something isn't moving forward and you feel manipulated. I've been seeing this a lot with these signs here recently, like a job offering, like I wanted to say it was Gemini last time, Cancer, but maybe I'm wrong. But something about somebody made an offering and then they were just breadcrumbing. Like maybe they thought about giving it to you, but was unsure and just kept interviewing other people, weighing their options, but they keep you going. But I see something about manipulation around an offering, a new position. I think you now know that it was bull crap. You might even call him out on it. I feel like you revealed that to him, like that wasn't very nice, and you've rebalanced, or you are rebalancing from this. You didn't really see it coming at first, but then it started putting out energy to where you could just really tell. You were like, oh, bull crap. Yeah, I don't have the time for this. You started to refocus, and I think you even called the person out on it. At least it was revealed to you. But yeah, I think you brought some understanding why you're distrusting of the situation, but like you were like, but if it was like this, and why isn't this happening? And, all these different things, right? So you got a recruiter on your hands. Maybe it's a boss trying to get more work out of you. I don't know what this is, but you do. And it was manipulation, but this is where you're going, right? In a place of harmony, a place of peace with it. Don't really know why they want to take you on a run, but you're like, okay, I need to be peaceful. I want to be peaceful. But now, there's definitely a seed of distrust in this direction. So let's see what's going to happen here. You're going out of a place, like if you're looking for a new job, you're about to get a bunch of attention. Okay. If you're looking for a new offering, new position, whatever it's going to be to excel your career to the next level or your income to the next level, you're going to find it, and you're going to find a whole lot of it. So I feel like there's been some sadness around blockages around maybe getting a new career, a new offering, finding your next move. And here's the attention coming your direction. It's going to come in all at one time. All right. So keep that in mind. You have quality offerings coming your direction, and it's going to be more than one. You're going to be able to make a choice. Okay. So it's good that you're being distrusting with this person. You're cutting that off and rebalancing. You're calling it for what it is, Cancer. And I love that about you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to Leo. Cancer, I am always here for you guys. I give readings via Keen. My link is down in the description. And we're going to move forward to Leo. Let me see. 3904. Hi, Leos and cross watchers. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. Help a friend out by sharing this. Help them, balance their energy and find out how to make the best of their week. All right. Leo around career. We usually do love you guys, but we're going to go straight into career for Leo. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around career for Leo. Passionate being. You rebel, you. You've been silent. You've been sitting back on something. You've been working on it, and it's unique, right? It's not something the norm of the norm. You're not walking a path that most people walk. You found some inventive way to do something around your career or to bring into money, and now you're going to reveal it. And maybe at one point you had, and people are like, what are you talking about? What are you trying to do here? And you were just blowing minds, and they got in a state of wanting to protect you, thinking, you're doing something offbeat. So they're trying to tell you to go the safest route. That's not what we're here for, you guys. We're here to be this person. This is you. This is you embracing that energy and saying, no, you don't understand what I'm meant to bring to the table. And that's okay. You weren't meant to. I'm meant to. Right? You're meant to break molds, blow minds, break through chains, so you staying silent on this for majority of people is a good move. They're just not going to get it. And that is okay. It's your passion. But when you put this completely together, it's going to be completely amazing. All right. Look at you. This is you being playful with this idea. This is you being creative, fun, right? Just inventing, throwing all this amazing magical energy out to the universe, letting them know exactly what it is you want. And you're in this vibe because you are keeping it to yourself. You're not letting anybody take a little piece of it and, pee in your parade or whatever it may be, poop in your breakfast, as I said earlier. All right. Then we got the isolation card. You'll know when the time is to bring this forward. You will know. And, you're going to bring it forward. And the way that you're going to bring it forward, the way it's going to happen, you are really going to attract a lot of attention, a lot of excitement, and people are going to absolutely love it. Look at that. They're going to be looking at you in awe. Wow, I can't believe this. I didn't understand what he was saying before, but look at this now. This is super, super amazing. And you guys, a good example of this is when, I was a kid, not trying to age myself here, dear God, dear goddess. But when I was a kid, I can remember being, heck, I must have been 11 or 12 years old. And my dad running in my room screaming about the internet and that they figured it out. And how all these businesses were going to be connected. And I absolutely didn't get it. Right. And he was like, and I just saw his excitement around it kind of deflate because I wasn't understanding exactly what he meant. But when it came to the table, I mean, look at this internet. It's super amazing, right? And we're not going to go into all that, but that's just a good example of somebody just not understanding. And of course, it wasn't his to bring to the table. He was just sharing the excitement. But, I just didn't get it. So I just wasn't there till I was there. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to love. Love for Leo. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers for Leo today around love. And how many people are cross-watching? You guys want me to put in a cross-watching section? You got to tell me if you do, You guys have to start, you got to start responding. Let me know what you want from me. All right. Love for Leos. Oh, cards are flying out the deck. Wow. Yeah. You are ready to pursue love. You put love on the back burner. You've been hiding out at home or wherever, kind of avoiding the situation. But now you've cleared that slate. You're feeling healed. You're feeling good, good to go. I got the innocence card saying, I'm a good person. I'm trustworthy. I'm loving. I'm kind. And you're just kind of conflicted. You're just kind of going back and forth in energy right now. You haven't quite mastered it yet, as in putting yourself out there, right? You're not quite in the energy of it yet, but you're working on it. You're getting your mojo back. Let's put it that way, Leo. You might even be messaging some people, being a little overly friendly, starting to try to do some flirting. The guys want you to know that you're heading in the right direction. Working on you is going to open that gateway to love so much faster than a dating site, a bar, a hookup from a friend, or anything in between. Okay, you guys? Because when we go to places like that, we typically just going, to find people that are looking to settle, that are not matching of our energy, that are not worth our time, or we just track something that's, more of a life lesson than what we're really trying to get. And it's because of the way we're going about it. Okay. When we sit back and we work on our energy, that's how we attract somebody of the level, because we have to believe that we can attract somebody of that level. Okay. If you're in a worrisome spot, if you're scared, distrusting, you're just going to attract another person that's, exactly that way too. And one of you or both of you are just going to sabotage the connection, which is going to cause more of a healing process for you to have to go through. So I'm proud of you for one, Leo. You took a step back. You've been working on yourself. You're feeling good about yourself. You have a good energy to bring to the table. This is you. You're innocent. You're a trustworthy person. You're an honest person. You come forward with the right energy. And that's super amazing. And that's what's going to bring this in. And this is what went flying out when we first started shuffling these cards, Leo, for love anyhow. Somebody flowering you with love and attention. And look now, this is a pentacle. To me, that says commitment, baby, or commitment potential. And I think it's more in the lines. This is going to be more potential because you manifested this person. You daydreamed about what it is you really want, you desire, and then you threw it out to the universe. And here comes this person and matching of it. All right. So kudos to you, Leo. You've made some good decisions, and I think you're soon to come going to have a quality person bringing attention your way. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Are we on Virgo now? I think we are. Yes. You guys are going to have to start tuning in and keep me up to date on where I'm at. All right. So we're on Virgo. And we're going to go right into love. Love for Virgo. Guys, what do we see? Oh, give me some direct answers right now around love for Virgo. You're not looking for love. You're done with it for the moment. You're letting it go. And this is a temporary situation, right? And I see so much thought base around this. You're like, that wasn't successful. That didn't feel good. That was exhausting. I got feelings for this when I shouldn't have gotten feelings for that. And then where you did put your attention that you thought would flourish, would grow, just kind of, dulled out, right? I wouldn't take any of this as a failure whatsoever, Virgo. You don't want to end up being caught up with somebody that you don't want. That'll be exhausting for you, somebody that you'll grow even more emotions for and have to let go of after some time of realizing, how exhausting this person is. I mean, the reality of it is that all this coming in were like half manifestations or tests from the universe. I mean, that is what I'm seeing here. So, and you feel like you got manipulated, so one or two people might have been playing you or had played you. That's been on mind as of recent. This was definitely about, getting booty, getting sex, maybe for attention, ego strokes. Yeah, it's like they got what they wanted and now you don't hear from them again. And maybe they break from you. They come up and down in energy. Yeah. Sharing a passion in reverse. Creator of passion. Isolation. Look at the diversity of that energy. Connected with this playfulness card, which is usually just a hookup. Passion, having fun, being playful. And then we have the transformation card in reverse. You guys, this is the devil's card. Okay. And we have it in the reverse form. All right. So this is at least how you're feeling about this person, that they were manipulative to you so they could get what you want. If you haven't seen it completely, the guys are saying, yes, they did. They didn't have good intent. Okay. And when we see this devil card in reverse, we really have to worry about a person's intent. and if they're really of light, they could be a gray spirit. And if you know anything about what I'm talking about, they're kind of fence jumpers, right? They do a lot of good, and then they'll do something really bad. Then they do a lot of good, and then they do something really bad. It's like they can't figure out what direction they want to go. Okay. And I think that might be more the case here, is that you didn't get somebody that's completely negative, that doesn't have any heart whatsoever. But they're, not somebody that's can be consistent. They're not somebody that's going to be good for you at the very least. And you figured all of that out. You've overcame a lot here recently. And, like I was telling the other zodiacs, and I've said in my readings already, you guys, a million times, is that we're going to open that doorway to love faster than anything by working on ourselves. Healing, raising our energy, working on our stability, doing things that we're passionate about and love, because we want all of those qualities from somebody else, right? And that's how we're going to get that. That's how we're going to get in alignment with that connection. And all this, just sitting back and acknowledging these things, letting it go, healing, processing, is bringing your true love closer than any other move that you could possibly make. All right, Virgo, I'm always here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. My link will be down in the comments. I am on Keen. You can go to my ratings, schedule with me. All right, we're going to lay on money. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers on money for Virgo. Money and career. You're on the right path. You haven't had a lot of downtime, and you're not making as much money as you wish you could, but you are staying on track. You're being courageous. You're being bold. You're being assertive, and you are not compromising your stability. Like, you're not there, but you're on the right path, and you're heading there, and you are not letting anything or anyone, for that matter, get in the way. This is opening up new possibilities for you. This determination, this consistency on your behalf, you're building a foundation for yourself. Look at this. This is a rightness card. This is your money moving up and up and up with every little tiny block that you're making, move you're making, okay, is building stepping stones towards this, opening up new possibilities as time goes. And here we got the maturity card in reverse showing us that you're yet to see your success. All right. You're heading towards this. And this is ultimate stability, happiness, wealth. It's having wealth. So you're making all the right steps. You're not getting as much downtime as you want. So the guides are saying this is all good for you. This is where your time and energy needs to be right at this moment, that you're just going to have to kind of push through it. But make sure you're taking a time out. The guys are saying no big adventures right now. Okay. So if you're going to try to fit something crazy in around this schedule, give it some time. Give it some time for things to settle. Okay. It's time right now for you to heal, to take a step back a little bit. So on your downtime, maybe do something that's more, soother to the spirit, some music, people that love you. Sitting back with your feet up, enjoying life, okay? Because we're going to only have so much of that right now. So we don't need crazy adventures. We don't need to be trying to fit a bunch of things in a short amount of time. We can make memories with simple times too. So we got to tune into that for the time being and work on this healing, because that is what's calling in real love for you. All right. And not just love, money. I don't know how I get back on this love thing. I feel like it's going both ways. You don't have any blockages around money, though. Like, as long as you stay on track and where you're going, you're good to go. All right. And I feel like there's so much awareness around this where you're like, whoa, this is a lot. This is a lot to take. But my goodness, is this a good opportunity? This is good for me. I'm going to be up here before I know it. Okay, so let's try to embrace these feelings in the little downtime we have And before you know it, you'll have more and more to enjoy, and you'll definitely be out on those adventures. All right, Virgo, I love you being here. Please let me know what you think of this reading. Maybe comment, claim it, you guys. Let me know. I need to know. All right, we're moving forward to Libras. Libras, wow. If you guys haven't heard it already, I'm moving these readings to 6 p.m. on Sundays. Oh. As I was saying at the beginning of this reading, I'm kind of dealing with some health issues, you guys, with my legs. And for whatever reason, I seem to be doing better on Sundays. If I ever need to reschedule, no, it's because my health is becoming an issue. You need to bear with me. Please do. All right. Libra around money. What do we see, guys? Give me some direct answers right now. There's a little bit of some stressors in the workplace and things that you don't really feel passionate about. But for the majority of you, I don't think that you would change jobs. You wouldn't change careers or go other directions. Like, you like where you're at, right? But you're lacking some understanding about some things. You're wanting to communicate with your team, your partners, whatever it may be, and get creative. And the guides are suggesting it. Instead of staying in the stress state about whatever's weighing on you or doing any kind of complaints, bringing people together to be creative, right? And say, hey, how can we work together as a team creatively and overcome this obstacle, right? Or find your people that are going to help you overcome this. This is going to take reaching out to some people. I feel like this is something you can't do on your own. It's going to be something that you're going to have to reach out to others, work with others that support you, that you work with, whatever it may be. And because I'm seeing some lack of understanding. So this is going to have to something as a team, okay? Work together as a team, because I'm seeing something come forward from elaboration, communications, talking, debating. Something's going to be, that's when you're going to get that aha moment of which direction you really need to head to fix this, to bring in more harmony, more peace, more money, and less stress. So for a lot of you Libras, you're doing well financially, but you're still stressed, right? Like, there's some stability there for you, and you're proud of how far you came. But this stress here, you need to work with other people to be able to release. All right. Wow, Libra. Not sure what all that meant, but if it resonated with you, please tell me in the comments. Just comment, claim it right over there, you guys. I'm trying to watch the comments, see what all you guys have to say. And like I've been telling you guys, I'm going to be doing a whole lot more reading soon to come. So I want some details on what you want me reading on. All right, you guys, we're laying on love. Love for Libras. Libra, did you shut the door on somebody that's lying to you? Somebody is putting up a front, being two-faced. Maybe you had a player on your hands and you figured that out and you put up the brakes to that. Or maybe this is a past person and they tried to come back forward. For some of you, that's definitely the case, isn't it? You had this naughty person trying to fit their way in, and you put up the brakes to them, and then here they are again, and you're just like, what is happening here? Like, when are you going to get the drift? And maybe you do have some attraction to this person. You feel almost a lack of control with this person. There's no possibilities of this connection growing. If it was really up to you, you would cut off the messages. But for whatever reasoning, maybe it's, feeling good with the attention. Maybe it's easy because, you don't have to devote yourself. Whatever it is here, they're not worth your time and energy. And the guys are suggesting it's time for you to cut it off. That you have awareness on this. So the guides are aware. The universe is aware that you're aware of this, right? And when we start entertaining things that we know they're not on our level, we're creating blockages. Yeah, the guys are saying disconnect from that. Go out and do some socializing, celebrate and enjoy life. Call up the girlfriends, the boyfriends. It's time to go out. So we're not, entertaining superficial connections. Let's reach out to people that really do care for us, that really do love us, and maybe even plan an event. I feel like things are going to start moving really fast for you. You're going to have a lot of people coming your direction. Okay. Some are really definitely not worth your time and your energy. You know this. So do not entertain it. Do not be scared not to entertain it, because at the same time, I feel like work issues for you are also going to be full force. All right. We saw that. We saw some stressors there that you need to work with people. And maybe that's going to cause a little fluctuation and you putting yourself out around romance, kind of taking a step back from that, because you got to balance this over here, get this harmonized before you can work on over here. But the best thing you can do is to really call in love, is not entertain these people that are not worthwhile. And you already know this. It's just easier not to have that conflict or be like, oh, sorry, I'm done. Right? I mean, Libras, you're too sweet sometimes. When you should be cutting off your energy, or you should say something point blank. Yeah, you kind of let things drag on sometime out of not want to hurt feelings or cause drama or whatever it may be, But this is your time to say no more, because that's what's going to open you up and make you receptive to true love. All right. And there's something about a celebration, Libra. If somebody invited you out to a celebration, if you felt compelled to, schedule a celebration like I was talking about, I would run with that. Yeah. All right. Wow. We are on Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio and cross watchers. If you guys want, I'll start a whole cross watching section. You just guys, just one of you, be like, Geneva, we want a cross watcher section. And I will create it. I will redo my whole lives just for you. All right. Scorpio around love. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around love. I'm paying attention, you guys. Sorry. Just started wondering what the heck happened to my phone. Whatever reason. Okay. All right. Oh, man. You had connected with somebody. You had this new budding connection with this person. Emotions are flowing. It's feeling good. And you still care for this person. Right? But I feel like you hit some walls with this person. Maybe they didn't so much ghost you, but they're breadcrumbing you, not putting as much tension as they were before. And you are left feeling mentally conflicted. Like, what is happening here? I'm a little heartbroken. And I don't feel like, you were in love with this person. I feel like this is a big devastation, but you're just like, oh, this felt like it had potential. Like maybe it was going somewhere and now we're here. Right? So with that's a little bit sad. Yeah, this person's detached, right? What you need to know is that this person has some kind of addiction issue or is overindulging. I would say more likely this is addiction, you guys, or overindulging in partying and immature behaviors, drinking, things of that nature. And that's the reason for the detachment. Is they're not stable when it comes to this. Yeah, this is causing postponements in this connection. I would give this person time. There's something impulsive. I'd be surprised if it's lottery, but it could even be lottery. There's just something that is this person has got themselves involved in. I feel like it's a past situation, a past addiction. Maybe they did some relapsing. Maybe they were just close because I'm seeing such a bounce back. Maybe they just were so close. They had to take a time out and they were just detaching from the world before they make some bad decisions. I don't know what this really is here, but I'm seeing them coming back forward to you and they want a deep level connection. I see them acting very bold, sharing their passion for you. I see a whole new energy than I do with this little breadcrumbing and back and forthness and detaching, to party more, whatever it may be. You might even be seeing this person on social media, out in these social settings and going different places. And they got a little bit of a problem, if that's the case. Some of you, I'm hoping, because I see such a recovery, I see such a pop back that I have good feelings about, that this person isn't going to continue down this path, that this isn't going to get worse than what it already is. But of course, they have choices here, right? It could happen. But what I'm seeing is a recovery of, hey, I'm taking back control. I'm here. I'm acting courageous. I'm willing to bring the energy to the table that's needed to build with you and leaving that behind. All right. Wow. I like it for you, Scorpio. We're going to lay a little bit more, just a little bit more on love. For whoever that didn't resonate with, guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Couple more answers for Scorpio around love. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of almost going back to the same story. Somebody coming back forward. Them detaching was a negative event. You know who this person is. They're going to come back forward to you and want to reconnect. This has been hurting you. This has felt really bad to you in your heart, even though I don't feel like there was a huge development here. You just felt like there was so much potential. It was going such a right direction, and the energy flipped, right? I feel like there's potential with this person. I'm going to put it out there again. Yeah, we got this card again showing some kind of, something weighing on this person, an addiction, something on the lines of that. They're detaching from it. They're letting it go. This is not a new thing. They've done it before. And like I shared with you in this last thing about love, it might not even be that they've went that far, but they're taking a step back so they can take control of their life. You're going to get a new courageous energy. So yeah, Scorpio, the guy to say no new reading for Scorpio. That is the reading. All right, Scorpio. I mean, that's just all there is to it. That is the reading today. The guides are not going to give us a new reading. All right. Wow. Let's see what we can pick up around Scorpio and money. Money, 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 money. All right. Let's do it. Oh. Wow. You're going to be hearing from somebody. There's a job offering coming your way. You're waiting on that phone call. Oh, even better. Yeah, if you are waiting to hear back from somebody about a job offering, it is happening probably oh my goodness, it is happening this week. Let's just put it that way. We got 3 cards. Breaking of silence, revealing messages. I take that as a message card. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, doorways being opened, and finances. All right. So if you felt some blockages, you're trying them to different ways, you're not getting a response, you're wondering what's going on, now is your time. You're going to get so much response. It's going to be unbelievable. You're going to be starting a whole new adventure. All right. And I don't know if that means a whole new field. Maybe you're just doing it a new way. Maybe you're new with a new business, whatever it may be. But this is beyond your illusion, but it's about to come forward to you now. All right. This is what's being revealed to you. I got the adventure card. I got understand in reverse that this is coming forward to you. All the details on this are soon to be revealed. And this is beyond your illusion of how amazing this is going to be. All right. And this is the outcome. Scorpio is being flattered with attention, time, money, offerings. You're the queen or the king, right? Everybody's looking to you for answers. Everybody admires you for your success. Everybody looks at you as a wise one, the knowledgeable one. All right. So, wow, Scorpio, I love that for you. That is really amazing to see. And we're going to go ahead and move forward to Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Thank you for being here, and cross watchers. I've been saying this whole time, if you guys want a cross watcher section, I will create it for you. Somebody's just got to comment. Anybody, just comment, please. And even if you don't comment, I'm probably going to start a cross watcher section. Just putting that out there. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to lay on love. Guys, what do we see for Sagittarius around love? Give me some direct answers right now. Oh, I got to position myself different, you guys. My feet are falling asleep. All right, Sagittarius around love. Give me some direct answers. Wow, Sagittarius, receptive, open, worked hard on yourself, did a lot of healing. You're daydreaming, fantasizing, sending out all this amazing energy around what you really desire. Look at this. This is you manifesting it, baby. And that's how we do it, right? We see it, we feel it, we live it. We see it, we feel it. See all the emotion in this card. It's so love felt. Blue, which lets you know this is about our emotions. And this is you open, all right? And you're consciously aware that you bringing up these amazing emotions and thinking about all the great things that you want, that you're calling it in. You've came a long way, Saggy, and you know exactly what it is you want. You know how to manifest it and make it happen. All right. And here's the outcome. You getting the lover of your dreams. And the guys are saying you don't have to take any more action than what you are already making to make that happen. Right? I got the travel card in reverse. You don't, Sagittarius like, do I have to start going out of my normal area? The guys are saying no extra moves, no need to relocate or anything on the lines of that, Saggy. I just feel like this really good person is going to gravitate into your reality. Okay, because that's amazing energy that you're throwing out. So here's the person coming in, so matching, so in alignment. Okay, we got this innocent energy, so you can trust this person. They're loving, kind, nurturing. They're going to make, honorable decisions. So I love all of that. And you're going to be going out on dates with this person. Okay, you're going to be spending time with this person. And I feel like this could come into fruition in the next couple of weeks, if not this week. All right, look at that. That's a date card. Sitting back, enjoying life, drinking some pina coladas, growing your emotions. I'm liking it, Saggy. And more than anything that you need to know about this love ring is you are calling it in. What you are doing is the right moves to call in love. So don't be like, oh, I feel like I'm healed, so maybe I should put myself out on a dating site. No, just stay in alignment with this, Saggy. Please do me a favor. Do yourself a favor at least. Oh, cards are falling out of the deck, of course. All right, we're going to move forward to money and career for Saggy. Guys, what do you see? Give me some good ideas. Give me some direct messages around, geez, where is my mind today? Money and career. Money and career, guys, for Saggies. Know you're being guided, Saggy. There's things that are coming your direction that you are yet to see that's going to really open your eyes, right? It's going to take you new directions, open new opportunities, and really, new horizons. That's the wording I'm getting. You feel like, you've transformed a lot from the past. You came a long way, but maybe you feel like you've just been right here for a minute and you're not moving up, you're not moving down. Here you are, and it's starting to create some fear base, right? Like, I'm not excelling anymore. Does this mean that, is this the beginning of the end, right? And the guys are saying no. You're about to have some things come into you that's going to create a whole new vision, a whole new outlook. Okay. And I meant like mind wise, but maybe you'll be working through a new outlook as well. And I got like the two-faced card, and I'm not taking this as anything being two-faced at all with these cards. I'm taking it more like it's always right, been under the surface, but now you're really seeing it. What's your next move? Where you need to be. And then this past life card here to me says you're being guided. You're doing exactly what you're meant to do in life, or that you have a passion that you're meant to bring forward and you're working towards that, right? You're yet to get where you're at. And maybe you're not getting all the attention you want, and that's weighing on you. Maybe you start trying to put too much work in at one time to kind of try to get this balance. But we can't imbalance ourselves and call in balance, okay? So we have to back up from that. Everything is an extension of our energy. Okay. So it's okay. You haven't mastered it completely yet. It's okay that you feel like people are not focused on you as you think they should be, or as you want them to be. Not maybe as you should be, because I think you're aware that you're yet there. But we got this integration card where you just don't know how you're going to make it happen, how you're going to make this work. And that might be causing some dispassionate issues within you, and feeling guilty because you don't know what the right moves are to make. Feeling a little bit dispassionate. And Saggy, we are great manifestors. We have a lot of energy in us. I mean, fire signs in general, we're off the hook. We have to watch what we think about. Well, and I mean, I'm not trying to discredit any other signs. I just feel like we can get very fiercely energy upset really fast, or really excited really fast, and bring a lot of energy at one time. And we have to watch ourselves because we can almost be impulsive with it, right? And we don't want to put our direction in the wrong area. And what you really need to do is get back to this playful energy, this passionate place, this place of, oh, I love what I do. And it's okay if I don't have all the answers. I'm just enjoying life, living my best life, and letting it flow from me. All right. All right, Saggies. Thank you again for being here, you guys. We're going to go ahead and move forward to Capricorn. Hi, Cappies. Thank you so much for being here, and Cross Watchers too. Please make sure you're subscribing and liking and sharing this with your friends and family. All right. We're going to get right into love for Cappies. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. Love for Cappies. You guys, my hair's getting all crazy. I don't even care. I just threw a hat on my head today and was like, yeah, this is what we're doing. All right, shuffling these babies. Love. You are opening the door to love, or you've been attempting to open the door to love by like wrapping your mind around, committing to this new person or a new person. I don't know if you have a person in mind per se, but you know what you're worth and what you bring to the table, and you're not receptive to any less than that. You are wanting your empress or your emperor. You want somebody that's creative, compassionate, loving, and kind, and you're feeling really stressed. Like, is there anybody left that is matching of my energy at this time? All right. And the guys just say, take your time. All right. There's definitely people out here worth your time, your energy, but you processing this, overcoming the stress as if you will find this person, if you won't, all these doubts and insecurities is part of the process. That's really what's opening the door for love for you. Because as you're becoming more passionate about life, putting yourself out for love, you're throwing that amazing, passionate energy out there that's going to be matched from another person. I would just watch energy coming from somebody that's not wanting to keep you. If that's not what you're wanting, okay. I feel like there might be some people coming forward, and maybe this isn't a new thing that, you had a connection with, and it's more of a lovers, friends with benefits kind of scenario. It's easy, it's detached, it's fun. But if that's not what you're looking for, I wouldn't confuse the universe by entertaining it. And you might even had feelings for this person, but they're more detached, right? And now you're like, oh, is this all I'm going to call in? The guys are saying clear the slate. All right. I don't know how many of you guys actually know cards, but here's a full. He's not worried about anything. It's like what you feel with a new experience when you don't know all the wrong things that could happen. But with this time, you're just embracing serenity, because the possibilities of what could happen by putting your heart out there, but you're not going to focus into that. You're going to be the full and jump full force in, going after what you desire, being passionate and living your best life. And I feel like, you're a good person. You're very trustworthy. You're very honest, loving. And that's what's going to call in that matching person. So love is in the cards for you, Cappy. I can't be clear enough for that. And all this that you're processing and working through is opening the doorways to love. All right. We are going to move forward to finances. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers around finances. Finances for Cappy. What's this to do with a lover and work and negative event? And I mean, if you're thinking about entertaining somebody at work, do not go there. Yeah, because your love reading's going all about something about a lover, Cappy. And maybe you and this person were at least flirtatious in the past. Something about somebody you work with. Healing with that person. So I feel like there's a connection at work that could reconnect to, come back to the surface, be reborn, if you will. And, this healing card shows to me you guys somewhat have some feelings for one another, which makes this even harder. But the guys are saying that this is going to reflect bad on you in the workplace if you do so. All right. I can't be any more direct around that, Cappy. Look at this. Negative event. Innocence in reverse. So that's how you'd be viewed in the workplace as, being the naughty one. And maybe you got a higher position than this person. I don't know. But this is all around you, the King of Pentacles here. And you could be a queen. It doesn't mean you're male. But, maybe you have a higher position or whatever it may be. But here's you sitting nice, and people admire you and look up to you for your work and respect you and all that goodness. And what you're going to bring in is, people looking at you at a whole new light. And that's going to be coming from losing the conflict and healing with a past lover. Okay. And, I like healing. I like letting things go. That's not a bad thing. All right. And if they're coming in and they're asking for that, be like, sure, I'll give you that. We can let this go, but I am not reconnecting because I'm not going to allow this affect my job and all the hard work I've put into it. All right. And this might be a test from the universe because I feel like you came a long way, Capricorns. And healing around love and things of that nature. So I feel like, this is just a test for the universe to see if you're going to entertain this past person. And for majority of you, this is a past person that you're at least having hookups with. And go for something that's more suitable, or wait for something that's more suitable of your energy. All right, Cappy. So watch love affairs in the workplace. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move forward to Aquarians. Hi, Aquarians. Thank you so much for being here today. Shuffling these babies and picking up on energy. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now for Aquarians. And I don't know if I said so, Aquarians, but we're going to go right into love. I think I did. Yeah. Oh, man. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. For some of you, you might be getting contact from somebody that manipulated you, okay? Or was attempting to, told you lies, and it caused you, some emotional conflict. You lacked control in the situation. It made you feel bad. Maybe you had a lot of different things that you wanted to say to this person and you weren't able to for whatever reason. All right. The guys are saying that you are letting this go. You're putting a block up to this person and releasing it. So even if this person doesn't reach out, but for a lot of you, I feel like they're going to, you are letting this go. You're redirecting your attention, your focus. You're putting blockages up to that person and their energy. And this is you daydreaming, fantasizing, going into a better place, taking your control back with your visualization, your belief systems. As I always say, see it, feel it, live it. So you visualize it, you feel the amazing feelings of what you desire and love, then you hand it over in trust and faith to the universe, and then you live it, right? So there's been something about this manipulative person that, caused a lot of issues with you. But here we are standing now in a place of self-love, a place of harmony. And that just releases so many blockages, brings so much understanding. And here's you. You're the mature one. You're the one that handled this correctly. They're the ones that did not, okay? I feel like this person handled this in a very childish manner. They weren't upfront. There wasn't open communication. And you're coming out feeling good about this, okay? You're feeling like, hey, I do have a lot to offer. I brought amazing energy to the table, and they're the ones that screwed it up. And anytime we send universe out, money out to the universe, energy out to the universe, it always comes back to us, right? So, and then you're daydreaming and fantasizing at the same time about this new love. Oh, I love it, Aquarians. Way to recover, heal, and move forward. That'll show them. All right, shuffling these babies. Picking up on energy, and we're going to lay on money. Guys, what do we see around career and money for Aquarians? Did you guys see that? That was a little wild. I'm going to get it in a minute. It's going to be a surprise for us both. It's upside down. All right. You are on the brink of abundance. You know exactly where you're going. You haven't let go of what it is that you really want. You're really good at grounding your energy, balancing your energy, and understanding that everything is an extension of your belief systems. And this is you. You're like, I am wise. I am mature. I have the answers. I'm a hard worker. I am successful, you know? And when you sit back, you take advantage of that energy, letting the universe know that you are abundant. You are worthy of this time without no fears, no worries. And you have not let go. Like you're not willing to compromise for what it is that you really want, right? And you're not willing to be in a sad place feeling like you're not getting what you deserve either. So we released all of that. We let all of that go. And that is why we're on the verge of abundance. Look at that. This is like having your cake and ice cream too. Not only is the show, happiness on the forefront, having that happy family home, trust, harmony, but it shows stability, abundance, enough money to play with. And it's all because you're letting the universe know that that is you. You are going to be the one that's going to be able to sit back and enjoy life and not worry about money. You deserve that. You're a passionate being. You're a hard worker. You went full blast and you have stuck in there till you get what you deserve. So I feel like you got some partial manifestations on the way. And you said no to that. Look at this. You're like, nope, not for me. You blocked off that energy, move forward. And look at this. You have been being guided the whole time. I look at this past life card, depending on how it's laid. But in this lay with everything that's going on, that these are all your people, your soulmates, your past ever loved ones, your ancestors, your higher self. Oh, they're rooting you on, giving you the directions and everything you need. So I don't know why the journey, because I feel like you were on one, but this is where it stops. And that is amazing to see, Aquarians. I love that for you. All right, let me see here, you guys. We're going to move forward to Pisces. Hi, Pisces and cross watchers. How is everybody today? I am shuffling these babies and picking up on the energy. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. Okay, so you went through some heartbreak in the past, and what sucked is you brought an amazing energy to the table, didn't you, Pisces? You were being trustworthy, you were being honest, upfront, open, and you just attached to somebody that was not on your level, and it became an unordinary circumstance for you. You were like, oh, I felt connected with this person, and it ended up that they were nowhere on my level. Okay, but you know what? You detached from that. You made the good decision of making sure you weren't being receptive and open to things you didn't deserve. You were aware that this was past energy coming in, influencing you. And you said no more. Like, look, I see some understandings around why you called this person in. And it's like, hey, this is something I would have done in the past. These are behaviors I would have, come to the past. Now you're the fool. You're clearing the slate. You're going in trustworthy, knowing that you're bringing amazing energy to the table, and you've let go of all the fears, all the worries, and just going full force ahead for love. And I love it. You've done a bunch of healing, and I tell everybody all the time, that's what's going to call in true love, right? It's healing through these things, processing all the past situations, your insecurities, your heartbreaks, whatever it is that you need to overcome to bring your full self forward. Okay. Because if you're only bringing a partial piece because you're scared, you're going to meet somebody else who's doing the same, and you're never going to get that amazing connection that you really desire. All right. So you've let go of a past situation completely. I feel like you guys have been apart for maybe a long time, at least some time. And now you've done it. You're like, okay, I'm healed from this. I am good with this. And I'm proud to see that, Pisces, because now is your time when you're going to start seeing true love enter the picture. All right. Beautiful. Shuffling these babies, picking up on energy. Let's see what we get for Pisces around career. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Oh, wait a minute, Pisces. Look at that. That is a card that went flying off on love. I almost forgot it was down there. Lovers. You have a lover on the way. I mean, I got hints of it all the way through here. Like you were in this amazing energy that was going to call in this person. But look at this. Mm-hmm. I love that for you, Pisces. Calling in the love. All right. What do we see for career for Pisces? Give me some direct answers right now. All right. I know we laid on love, and I don't know where this was coming from, but I mean, it's just kind of reconfirming. I mean, I don't know why I felt so guided that I went right back to love on this. I feel like sometimes they just make me do things I'm not meaning to do here, but I'm still seeing something about this manipulative person. You overcame so much. They never gave you an explanation, the guides are saying. Yeah, they just didn't. You're this amazing person. You brought this amazing energy to the table. You gave them, love, affection. You flowered them with your time. And, they just kind of screwed you, right? I'm just glad to see healing for you. I'm glad that's happening. So nobody's trying to make light of anything that you overcame. I actually think it's amazing that you didn't get any kind of closure. There's no explanation for a lot of you, but yet you were still able to heal, move forward, overcome this, and open the door to true love. That is super great, Pisces. You are on the right path. Money, guys. What do we see around money for Pisces? Are some of you changing your career field, a position? If you used to, do some drinking to help, deal with stressors or emotions, this is not time for that to relapse. All right. Let's not be doing that. Let's not be drinking, to celebrate. The guys are saying, just let that be right now. All right. Not trying to be mom or dad, Pisces, but it's just like, no more onion drinking. And I'm not saying you're doing a lot of drinking now. I'm not saying at any point you did, I'm just saying that there's a warning here or something around drinking. Okay. And maybe this will get you hooked up with somebody you don't want to hook up with, right? Where I'm seeing a trustworthy person coming forward that can be really good for you. Why do I keep going back to freaking love? Oh, you guys, this has gotten a little crazy. But watch drinking, okay, Pisces? When it comes to career, you're going into a whole new field. That's what I'm seeing. You're taking a leap of faith. Okay, it's a little scary, but you're cleaning that slate like you are for love. You're going full forward. Do not start drinking for stress. Okay, open the doorways, deal with the emotions, and don't always speak. Think before you speak. There's something about a message. All right, so when you're communicating with people about offerings, jobs, things of that nature, let's think before we speak, especially during this retro. Okay. But I feel like you're heading to a really good place with your career that is just going to look a little scary for a second, but you're having trust and faith. You're making good decisions. And here's the outcome. You being flowered with attention, affection, money. All right, Pisces. So I don't know why we kept going back to love. That got a little weird. Yeah. I mean, I would understand if you started unfollowing me. All right, whatever. That was a little silly, but I think I got the messages to you. I love you guys. Please reach out to me with any, any answers, any more details you need via Keen. My link will be down in the comments, you guys. And again, we're going to be doing this on Sunday every week, 6 p.m. Eastern. It was Saturday. Now we're moving to Sundays. Whenever you don't see it, just be patient because this girl here is kind of dealing with some health issues that she's trying to overcome. But we've been doing pretty good, you guys. We've been here every week for couple months now. I'm loving it. So I'm not seeing it happening. Okay. All right. Blessed be. And I'll see you guys all next week. Thank you. Mwah.